Hi guys, it's me. I'm here to do my June WIP update. A little late. Um, I had actually already filmed it, but something went wrong and it wasn't working, and I didn't want to take the time to try to figure out how to fix it, so here I am again. Um, so, because if I don't do it this way, I'll never get it posted. Um, so for June, stash diet. Still stash dieting, still haven't bought anything. It's kind of gotten to that point where it's not really fun anymore. Now it's just kind of frustrating, and I'm tired of it, and I'm ready to be able to buy stuff again. Um, I left myself an exception where I could spend a $20 sort of kind of gift certificate my mom gave me for Christmas to 123 Stitch. 132 Stitch. And I had put an exception that I could use that and I could add $20 to it. My birthday is coming up, and I did ask for a 123 Stitch gift certificate for my birthday. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. So if I get that too, that'll help. And maybe I'll use that. Because I am getting kind of frustrated. Everybody's posting all these pretty things, and I like to spend money, frankly. I like to buy stitching stuff. So it's kind of stopped being fun, and now it's just kind of frustrating. It's getting old. So there's that. As far as stitching, I finished Strawberry Fields Forever on June 22nd. And there's an entire video about it down there. So go check that out if you haven't already. Please leave comments. I love all the comments. And I've been working on Mains of the Seasons at work. And I'll post a video, or I'll post a picture of that right here so you can see how far I've gotten. It's not a whole lot because I do only get 20-30 minutes a day to work on it at work, and there's been a lot of distractions, going out to lunch and just other things going on, days off, that it hasn't been moving along terribly quickly, but it's alright. It's going okay for the level of priority that it is in my list. So I'll put a picture of that right here. And I put a few stitches in trade winds, not really enough to warrant showing. There's probably about like a dozen stitches in the water on the mermaid. And that's about it. I spent most of the month of June obsessing about Strawberry Fields Forever, and I finished it. And really since then, I've been taking kind of a break from stitching. I've been working on Mains of the Seasons at work a few days when there hasn't been something else going on. But at home I haven't really been stitching anything since I finished Strawberry Fields. I took Strawberry Fields and another piece that I did a few years ago, Magic in Motion, to the framer last weekend. And it was a very, very expensive trip to the framer. But they're both going to be awesome. I hope to have them for my July WIP update. And I'll show them to you when I get them back. In other news, I finally put something on my Instagram account. I think I signed up for Instagram probably 5 years ago. I don't know how long has Instagram been around. I signed up an account a long time ago. Never did anything with it. Today I got in there and I got my password reset, and I actually put a picture up there, and I found a bunch of you to follow, and a bunch of you have followed me back. I appreciate that. So I've finally got connected to the world of Instagram. So you can find me at Paculina, Paculina, Instagram. You can also find me at Pacolina on Twitter too. But I rarely post on Twitter. Usually if I post on Twitter, it's about television. And not stitching. What else? I had said in my May video that I was going to do a halfway through the year WIP update. So I'm going to do that, because we had all set goals and made plans for 2015. So I'm just going to take a few minutes and talk about what my goals were and what my plans were and what has actually happened, because as stitchers, nothing ever goes the way you planned it. So here's what's happened between January and June. So my original list was, or my original intent was to finish Legends of the Dragons, and that is not going to happen. If you watched my April video, you know that I ended up retiring Legends of the Dragons for the time being because the fabric is too small and it's not going to fit. I wanted to finish Bluebell. I did that. I finished her in March. I was very excited about that. I was going to work on Mains of the Seasons. I'm doing that. Work on Trade Winds. I'm doing that. Work on Retrievers. That's probably not going to happen. Retrievers is probably going to get replaced with Quaker Game Board. And I'm going to start that on August 1st with Mackenzie at the Lovely Array. And so we're very excited about that. And I'll show you where I am on it. I have it right here. Yeah, here's the top. Okay, so this is where I am on it. And I got about 3/4 of the border done. And it says, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All play and no work makes Jack a mere toy. And then you see it has the 64 octagons in here. And some of them have motifs in them, and some of them have letters in them. So that's Quaker Game Board by Papillon Creations. And I'll pick that up on August 1st. So that's going to replace Retrievers. Retrievers, I don't know about that piece. I love that piece. I love the dogs. But for some reason, I'm just not interested in picking it up. I don't know why I haven't been able to bring myself to pick it up. But maybe it'll get on the list for 2016 when I've got some of these other pieces finished. Flower Bride, I started that with the Hade Cell on December 1st with Cross Stitch and Discuss, and she's not a huge priority. I pick her up once in a while, put some stitches in her. She's probably got 230 stitches in her or something. She's not a huge priority. She's mostly just sitting there. Summer Arches, I did pull this one out after I finished Strawberry Fields. I haven't put any stitches in it yet, but that's probably going to be my next small project that I stitch on, because Mains of the Seasons is big and at the beginning. Well, it's not at the beginning, it's in the middle, but it's not really close to the end. Trade Winds is at the beginning. So, Summer Arches is going to be my small project. Renaissance I haven't touched yet. If I finish Summer Arches, that'll replace that. His Eyes on the Sparrow is another stitch along with the Sampler World group, just like Strawberry Fields Forever. And I talk about that in my detailed video about Strawberry Fields, that it was a stitch along with the Sampler World group. And they do two. They do a small one each year, which was Strawberry Fields, and they do a large one, and this year the large one is His Eyes on the Sparrow. I haven't started that yet. I don't know where that's going to go. I might end up pushing that into next year, or I might put some stitches in it to say that I started it for the 2015 SAL, but I'm not really sure what's going to end up happening to that. I don't know. We'll see. But I think that's all 10 of my pieces. So I have 2 finishes and 1 retirement, and I worked on 1 new start. And so far I've worked on I've touched 4, 5, 6, 7. I've touched 7 of the 10 pieces. So that's pretty good for only being halfway through the year. I'm hoping to finish another 2 pieces. Summer arches, maybe mains of the seasons. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the rest of the year, but I'm hoping to end the year with 4 or 5 finishes. So far I'm at 2. I'm a little disappointed with that. I was hoping to be further along by this point in the year, but we'll see how the rest of the year goes. And I know it's only July, but I'm already sort of starting to think about what I'm going to do next year. Is anybody else doing that? I know we're barely halfway through this year, but I'm already sort of starting to think about, oh, well, maybe I'll pick that up next year, or maybe I'll push that into next year, or whatever, I don't know. But it's crossed my mind many times about what 2016 will bring as far as stitching goes. So that's it for me for now. Yeah, I appreciate all of your likes and subscriptions and comments. I love the comments. I wish there were more of them. I appreciate Ildy posting my channel on Cross Stitch and Discuss. Thank you, Ildy. And that is it for this time. Have a great stitching month, and try to find some stitching time this summer. I know it gets hard in the summer with vacation and outdoor stuff to do, and it's hard to want to stay inside, but try to find some stitching time this summer. And I will talk to you all next time, hopefully with my framed Strawberry Fields and my framed Magic in Motion to show you. Bye.